I pledge to stay drug free.
I plan to stay drug free.
I pledge to stay drug free.
I pledge to be drug free.
I pledge to stay drug free.
My name is Watson.
And my name is Mariah.
We're 12 years old.
And we're representing Old Redford Academy Middle School. And we're here to talk about drugs. Drugs are very dangerous and unhealthy.
And they can also ruin a relationship with your loved ones.
Go talk to a family member, a friend, even a teacher, or you can go to a therapist, or if you need any extra help, you can go online and find all of those.
Hashtag not worth it.
Welcome to Expose Under the Sun. I am here brought to you by Detroit Native Sun newspaper. Valerie Lockhart is the publisher of the paper. My name is Suzanne Jarrett, better known as Chief Silent Storm, and I am here today with Kimar Brooks. I'm excited to have you on the show today. I love to highlight different leaders in the community doing different things, all the world changers, and I recognize you as being such.
I appreciate that.
Yes. So can you introduce yourself?
Yes. So my government name is Rondre Kimar Brooks, but I'm commonly known as Key, or you can call me Kimar. It's my middle name. I'm a real estate broker and entrepreneur.
Okay.
Yep.
Wonderful. What is the names of your companies and what exactly do you do?
So the real estate brokerage is called New Way Realty Partners. We've been in the business for about a year and a half.
Okay.
I've been doing real estate for 7 years. Another company that I have is Skyline Realty Group, where I'm the associate broker there. We have Michigan Premier Property Holdings,
Wow.
and that's the real estate development aspect of what we do. We also have Property Rush, where we acquire low price acquisitions, whether they're commercial or residential, and we fix and flip those.
Oh, that's major. So you're local.
Yeah, I do some things locally, and as of right now, we've been expanding with some partners of mine that's overseas. So we've been acquiring buildings and multifamily properties in other states as well.
Okay. I see you on the, I believe it is the real estate group. Can you say the name? On our Facebook group, that's how we met, really.
Yep. Detroit Black Real Estate Investors.
Yes, that's the one.
group.
That's the one.
Yeah, so I'm active in there, and it's a good networking group. Anybody that's somebody should join that group on Facebook, and definitely
We're
their networking
officially
on.
giving you a shout out. So
Right. Who I don't even know who the admin is over
I don't
there,
know
but
either. We should look into that
Yeah.
and definitely get them on the show because I see them doing a lot of great things and promoting our people. It's important to support each other.
okay.
And, we want to learn how to do this. I know I've made a couple real estate deals and it didn't go so well. So what could you offer as far as advice on how to get started if you want to get it? Is it wholesaling you actually do or?
I've done some
explain
wholesaling,
that?
but typically I broker real estate deals. Honestly, the best advice is to read the contract. And then if you don't understand something, don't be afraid to use your best friend Google or just ask someone that's well-versed in the business. That would be the best way to get something accomplished if you're trying to do a real estate deal. As far as wholesaling, just make sure that you're a part of the deal and you have to make sure that who's ever selling a property, they're direct to the owner because some people may be selling a property, but they're not the owner. So you got to
Okay.
know the difference. Anybody can sell a property, but you want to be in direct contact with the person who owns it.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying there because if you have a wholesaling deal, if the direct seller, like the wholesale, from what I'm understanding, they're just like the middle person.
Correct.
And then they could have 2 contracts going at a time, and then the
Yeah.
seller, or how does that? I
Yep.
know I've gotten tripped up with that before.
It's so wholesaling. It's basically you have a property that you want to sell, and I come to you whether I have the money or not. I say well, I'll buy your property if you want to sell it for $50,000. I'll say okay, I'll get it under contract with you, under an assignable contract for $50,000. I'm going to turn around and sell that contract to another buyer at a higher price. So I may tell them it's $75,000, and they're going to buy the property. I'm going to buy it from you. I'll make the difference of that. Was it 15 grand? So I'll walk away with the 15 grand. You'll get your 50K, and they'll get the property that they wanted to purchase.
I
So
see,
you middleman the
okay.
deal, and you make some money. Yeah.
For sure. Do you offer a class? Because it sounds like that should be a class.
Nah,
because-
you know what? I hated class, so nah, I don't offer them, but I will give some consultation every now and then.
Okay.
Sometimes I do some free consultation. Sometimes I got to charge if it gets too intricate.
Yeah, you definitely. I see that you should definitely offer a class.
Okay.
There's so many people doing that, and just not. For me, I don't claim to be a real estate agent or a broker. So it's important for people to know the difference of being a broker or being a wholesaler if that's what they want to get into.
Yeah. So you have real estate salespeople, and they have to work up under a broker.
Okay.
And they have to do that for a few years before they can obtain their license to be a broker, which requires more class work and another state exam. And once you become a broker, you have more flexibility, more access to do things in real estate that a salesperson couldn't do, or a wholesale person couldn't do. You don't need a license to do wholesaling, though.
Okay.
You just
Oh,
need to
wow.
have a network, and you have to be well connected. And I would say you have to at least start with some form of capital to acquire a property if you can't find it from like a hard money lender or a private lender.
Okay. Yeah, I see a lot of people saying you don't need money to do these type of deals and all that kind of stuff. Is that kind of like gimmicky, or they just leverage other people's money?
They leverage other people's money. But honestly, if you don't have the money, I don't feel like you should really jump into investing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to get taken serious if you don't have the funds to say, hey, I want to acquire this acquisition, because a lot of times when you're doing deals, the owners and the sellers require a proof of funds. So you got to be able to kind of show up with your money so that you can, do what you need to do.
That's sort of like the way to wean out the real from the fake.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like put your money where your mouth is.
Okay, so that
Yep.
sounds like the people who are doing classes, you don't need money, you leverage off the others, and it's okay.
Yep.
So that's good feedback too. Do you offer mentorship of any sort, or you just have you thought of that?
if you're my friend, if you're in my circle, I got you.
Okay.
That may be something I'll look into, though, doing some mentorship, but as of right now, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
You probably don't want the headache.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm like, I don't want people just calling me with all of these questions.
Mm-hmm.
And due to the fact that I have my broker, I have 10 agents working up under me.
Okay, that was my
And,
next question.
Yeah, there's 10 of them, and they're killing it right now. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of like the mentorship that I offer is with my agents that work directly with me.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
you? My son's just turned 20, and he's a real estate agent. He just became licensed.
Okay.
His first try, so I'm proud of you, Jade and Jarrett.
That's what's
he's
up.
with Keller Williams
Okay.
in Lansing. Is that something you offer? Like if he needed some support there, or
Yeah,
Okay.
me and you locked in.
I wanna connect
so,
to- okay,
yeah,
cool.
me and you locked in, so I can share all my glory stories and the horror stories.
We're gonna get into that in
Yeah.
a minute. So for what I'm doing in my networks, I do want to create a investment club.
Okay.
And so, going after these properties, because a lot of people are going through loss of homes and, the economy right now due to COVID or pandemic, it's been extremely hard. And so people can't even rent homes because they have evictions or, just fell on hard times. So I feel like we need to create something different than the credit type of setup.
Yeah.
And really help people to be sustainable in how they purchase a home and how they live for their families.
Yeah. That's such a good point. I feel like that we need to buy back our blocks. We need to monopolize our own communities. And when we see something going awry in our communities, we should be the first to step up and not wait on assistance from the government or something like that. If we pull together and actually build the communities that we want to have, we can actually get somewhere. But it starts with just a few people, and then you just go on, and it should domino effect. But there are a lot of first-time home buyer programs that can help you out if you don't have all of the necessary capital. I believe Bank of America was doing a program where they were helping minorities obtain a home with no money down and no closing costs.
Wow. Okay.
I would say look more into it. I'm not sure about all of the ins and outs that Bank of America, what their interest is, but I would definitely look into it. Exhaust all possibilities before, if you're looking to buy a home, exhaust all your possibilities before you just give up,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, oh, my credit ain't good enough, or, I don't make enough. Just look into some things, and, you may be able to acquire your dream home.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I feel like young people especially need to be prepared with the credit and the setup of home ownership instead of being programmed to think they have to go into renting.
Yeah.
Because if they're under the parent's household, they could save and, purchase a home rather than jump into something that's a repetitive cycle and they'll never really get out of. Because once you're paying a rent note, it's hard to save at the same time.
I have so I look at things a little differently just because I'm inside. So me personally, I rent a condo for my personal residence, but I own property that other people live in.
Okay.
And that's always been my philosophy. I feel like if home ownership is great if that's the means to building a legacy. If you want to leave something for your kids or have that family home, where we used to call like Big Mama's house or something, I think home ownership is great in that aspect when you want the backyard for the kids to play in. But if you're a single person like me, if you're a single person like
All
me,
the ladies are going to be calling in.
Nah. But then, renting may be your choice. It may be something that's beneficial for you because I look at it like if you're renting, you don't have to deal with a lot of the things that come along with home ownership.
That's true. That's a good point. See,
if you want to pick up and go, you can just go.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I guess, that's a good perspective to look at it. I guess if you have other sources to fund your condo rental living, then it makes
Correct.
sense as well.
Yeah. I just feel like we should just own something.
Yes.
Whatever it is, just have some form of ownership, whether you're investing in stocks, put money in your 401k, life insurance, just have something that's yours. And then that's where the real power starts.
Okay. And so sounds like leveraging in that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to take a brief, quick break. And when we come back, we're going to dig deeper into Kimar and what he's up to.
All right.
Stay tuned.
You're watching WHPS TV, Detroit Live.
I pledge to stay drug free.
I plan to stay drug free.
I pledge to stay drug free.
I pledge to be drug free.
I pledge to stay drug free.
Welcome back to Expose Under the Sun. I am Chief Silent Storm, and I have here with me Kemar Brooks. And we were just talking about, a little bit about the real estate game and what made you really want to get into it before we get, dig deeper.
Oh, man, it's simple. I was broke. I was tired of working for somebody, having to ask when I could go to the bathroom, when I could go to. Ended up getting a settlement check. I got into an auto accident some years back, and I got a $12,000 settlement check. I took that check and didn't know anything about real estate, but I bought a property, fixed it up, started renting it out. Then I was broke again, but I had ownership. I had a property, and I was getting some monthly residual money. And the agent that helped me acquire the home, she said that I would be good at real estate. She said I had a good personality. Hey,
You
Sean.
definitely do.
And I went for it. I took the
Wow.
class, and I didn't even realize how smart that I was. It's that fear. Like, man, I ain't been in school. I ain't did no classes,
Yes.
and I passed. And
It's survival. You have no choice.
I
You
have
got
no
to grind
choice.
it out.
Yeah.
And, oh, my gosh. Tell us about that journey. I know you left corporate, 5 years ago?
5 years ago.
From working for someone?
Yep.
What was that journey like? That's really what I love to highlight because us leaders, we get so caught up in the success of it, we don't hear what it cost you, and I know it cost you something.
Yeah, so it was actually I got forced out. I got fired. Later on, they let me resign, though. But I got fired from I was working at a casino, and they let me go. And the crazy part is I was just doing overtime, and they let me go because of something with some other people. And at that moment, I was already doing real estate. I've been in real estate probably 3 years. So I was seeing some success.
Okay.
But corporate is that safety net. You know what I mean?
I think it's a false sense of security.
Yeah. I'm like, I got benefits. I know this money's coming every 2 weeks. But
sure.
by the time I got let go, I was so on my bag with real estate that I was closing deals in the bathrooms. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I was kind of
I know that kind
neglecting.
of grind.
Yeah, I was neglecting corporate. So when I got let go, it was like, okay, it was that like, whoa, like what am I going to do? So I remember getting on the computer. I had some money saved up, but I remember getting on the computer looking at Lyft and Uber, like, I'll do that.
Oh, yeah.
But I was
Or
like, nah, you
Instacart.
got to.
That probably wasn't out yet.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I gotta step up and do this. I was like, if I'm a boss, I gotta be a boss all the way. And
Absolutely.
I had a food truck, so I was running a food truck, and then it opened up so many more opportunities for me not to be stuck in a place for 8 hours a day. That I was able to just utilize my network and my platform a lot better, and I really began to take off. And that's when I was like, yo, the opportunities are endless.
Oh, for sure,
yeah,
for sure. Once
so-
you get past that fear,
Yeah.
it's kind of, I don't know, it's really exciting because you don't have that 9 to 5 that you're locked into, and you have to, like you said, you have to ask for permission to even use the bathroom,
Yeah.
vacation. I was there and it was horrible. After I took a year off and worked for myself, I went back because I got scared because I had 4 children I had to take care of, and it was like, oh man, I made a mistake. I should have stayed off. But that fear of, that sense of I'm getting a check every 2 weeks. So,
Yeah.
But when you think about it, you only get a week out of, you have to work, 2 years to get a week off at that?
Crazy.
Or 3 days. You have
That's
to ask for
wild.
sick days. And you can really control
you
your
gotta get
sick
a
time.
doctor's note, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm sick. Now I gotta go to the doctor and get it. Yeah,
And then you have to work 2 years just for an evaluation to give you maybe 50-cent raise.
exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yo, I lost my train of thought, but
Okay.
that was something I was about to say. But I think working there and corporate, it helped me understand money because
sure.
when I started making money in real estate, I was acting like somebody that never had anything. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I'm going out, I'm taking girls out on different dates and valet parking for no reason.
Balling out of control.
Balling. And what ended up happening, I seen on the manager's desk at the time, I seen that she had a bonus check. And that bonus check was for like 17 grand. I said, I'm
Wow.
playing this game
Wow.
all wrong.
Wow.
Because I look at money. Money is a tool to get more money. That's just how I look at it. I'm like, your money should be working for you.
Oh, for sure.
So once I began to start educating myself on the different opportunities that money could provide, it was on then.
Mm-hmm.
Then I began to stack and then start investing more. And then I'm watching the money pile up. And I never switched my lifestyle up. So
Mm-hmm. Okay.
the same apartment that I was living in at the time, I drove my car was always decent, but I didn't do anything differently. Like I didn't acquire more liabilities once I started making money. I just
Mm-hmm. that's
saved.
really key.
Yeah, I saved. And I was prepared for when opportunities came forward. I had the money to do it. So
Mm-hmm.
my money started to grow substantially. And I was like, yo, I'm really doing this. I was like,
Yes,
I'm
yes.
never going back to work for somebody,
No,
you know?
you definitely need to influence and educate people in that. What other things, real quick, do you invest in? Do you get into like the crypto or?
I don't do crypto, but I definitely invest in REITs, which is a real estate investment trust. I got some stock in Apple, Amazon, Disney. I recently just came out with my book, so I
Yes,
invested
we're-
myself with that.
We are definitely going to dive deeper into your book.
Yeah.
So I am so thankful that I got my copy here, and it is Broken Runs.
Yep,
And I would love for you to sign it before we leave.
I got you. I'm
Okay.
gonna sign it for you.
Okay.
I'm signing it.
You heard it. He promised that he'll sign it for me. So tell me about your book.
So honestly, I was in therapy. I've always been an advocate for mental health, and
I'm going to hold it up.
you hold it up, okay. So I was always an advocate for mental health, and my journey in mental health this year really inspired the book. She had me doing a lot of self healing. I had to do a lot of writing. I used to do music back in the day, so as she had me keep holding it.
No, I'll hold it
All
now.
right.
I want my book.
As she had me doing writing and just doing different assignments and exercises, it inspired me to just start writing a book. I'm like, yo, what I'm writing about is pretty good, and I always feel like I can tell the hell of a story. And it turned into a book, and I self-published, but I got major distribution. The
Okay.
reason I self-published is because I wanted to get it out. You
Oh,
know,
yeah, for
I'm
sure.
like, if I went with the publisher, I would have had to wait a couple years and
Yes.
wait, be on their terms. And I love the fact of doing things on my terms. So I put it out. I feel like I had a big enough network and platform. It's been selling out. It's been doing really well. The
That's
reviews
amazing.
are good. So
So tell us about it. What's it about? What
It's-
is your story?
it's
Real quick.
it's a specific story. So the story is about what it took for me to get to where I am now. You
Okay.
know, like all of my misfortunes and relationships. It talks a lot about my relationship with my biological father,
Okay.
who wasn't really a major part of my life, but in hindsight, he was, because it sparked something in me to go out and be, a better man. It's about hope. It's a very inspirational book. Like if you're down on your luck, it's for the underdogs.
Yeah.
Like the dedication inside the book is dedicated to the reader.
Wow,
That's
I love
how
that.
I dedicated it. Yeah. And it talks about me, fatherhood, so it's just it's a good book. It tells a specific story. It's not like autobiographical, like about my entire life.
Yes,
But just the significant moments in my life where it was like, hey, I need God, I need some money, I need some love, and I need a lot more ambition. So
Okay.
that's pretty much the gist of the book.
I love it. Okay.
Yep.
I have so many other questions, but I
We
know
can talk off
you're-
camera.
Okay,
No,
cool.
it'll be good.
So how can they get a copy of your book? If you contact information, your website, or how
Yep,
can they get a copy or
it's-
get a hold of you?
Yep, it's available everywhere. Broken Rungs is available on Amazon, your Kindle, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, anywhere. Target, you can get Broken Rungs. And if you're trying to get a hold of me, I'm everywhere. You ain't never there. But no, I'm on Facebook at Kemar Rondre Brooks, Twitter and Instagram at Brooks Realty 365. And if you're looking for real estate opportunities, you can visit newwaydetroit.com.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I see a few things that we can work on. Definitely, we're connected for sure now.
Absolutely.
I see like a book signing.
Yeah, definitely.
I see mentorship because we
Okay.
definitely need that. I definitely need that because I want to learn more on how I can support the community better.
Okay.
And I think it's, all of the things that we've been through. Even with the inspiration support, you touched on mental health. That's like,
It's huge.
it's huge. My father committed suicide 6 years, and it really had me reprogram how I thought about life and myself. And it's something that people don't want to talk about, but we
Yeah.
need to, honestly, especially after pandemic.
Absolutely.
And it's like we need to create that safe platform to be able to talk about and be open and candid about what we went through and what it took to get here and stay here.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's sustainability, you know, financially, mentally, and physically. That's what the whole game is. I feel like that's the key to life, sustainability.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Okay. Yeah. Any questions you have for me?
Nah, but we could continue this conversation
off
yeah.
camera. We
know.
had a lot to say way before.
Hopefully over some lunch.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'm game for that. Definitely, yes. So we will be closing in a minute. Is there anything else that you would like to say or share? Do you have any upcoming events or real estate deals?
I would like to tell anybody that if you're going into business for yourself, don't focus on the money, focus on the brand. If your brand is strong, the money will follow.
That's excellent. Excellent advice. Thank you.
Yep.
So we will be back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
I do look forward to carrying out this conversation and having, more of a mastermind or real talk with different people and, planning some events going forward. We do a lot with Detroit Connect Society and American Indian Nationals. Those are my companies. And, just sharing what we have going on and working together.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
All
And
right.
If anyone would like to be on the show, you can get a hold of Valerie Lockhart. And the call-in number is 313-868-0342. Or you can call 313-868-0351. You are on WHPR Expose Under the Sun. I am your host, Chief Silent Storm, and Darwin will be back next week. Until then, we will see you soon, and we're signing off.
All right.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
GPR Detroit, HD2.
Highland Park. This is the city that raised me. A tight-knit, independent city full of pride. The birthplace of the middle class. Once known for our world-class educational system, the City of Trees is now suffering from a lack of resources. We have lost a huge tax base and have revenue concerns. We have uphill challenges with water, infrastructure, and blight.